Dr. Foster, all the way from the USA to the TCIS, and you've been quite a supporter. This is not your first time.
It's not, no. I'm glad to be back again. As you know, this is my second year, and second year to have an opportunity to speak at the conference. It's amazing. Just look behind us to see the growth that you've had even in this last year.
We really are growing, and you know the reason why we grow, because we have support. You guys are able to see what is happening in Africa, and you're able to invest in it. You coming here, it's more of an investment. But why do you choose to support Africa?
I owned a small contract research organization for almost a decade called Total Clinical Trials Management, with a focus on diversity. And so I initially was interested in the conference and the learnings from the conference related to my emphasis in that particular area and how that could relate to Africa. And then through some of your promoters, like the Blue Cloud X people, I got involved with understanding more about what you were doing and was asked to become an advisor. And it's really become very important to me. And I've given several presentations and written a bit about my perspective on how you are approaching research in Africa and the importance of building out research in Africa, and how and why and what are some of the messages that people like myself can bring to the table to help advance this underserved population when it comes to clinical research. As you know, 1.2 billion people who are underserved in the area of clinical research.
Yeah, that is quite important, especially underserved people that really can access to medicine through clinical trials. So if you were to advocate, if you were to give one statement, because what we find is that there's many biotechs that knows nothing about Africa, or maybe they're skeptical of coming into Africa into trust. What would you tell them now that you know us better? You've seen our expertise, you see what we can do. What can you tell them?
I would tell them to put aside any perspective that is just a perspective that's not validated or that's not known to them. We see Africa as a continent that's provided vaccine only, for example, research. And now that we're not doing as much vaccine work, well, why should we go back to Africa? So they're completely missing the opportunities here, the huge opportunities here, and the gap there is to accommodate new infrastructures to do more development as well as more clinical research here. So I think it's about opening up the mind to new perspectives on research in Africa and all the quality elements in the work that you are doing through individual sites, academic-related sites, organizations like TCIS.
Thank you very much. This is quite lovely speaking to you. So you're going to be joining us again next year, I guess?
Well, I hope so. I understand it'll be in Nigeria.
It's going to be in Nigeria next year. So we invite people to come through and join us and see what we're doing in Africa.